Synth dog in the house. Awesome. Hello, guys. I think we're good to go. So let's do this. Hello, operators. How are you today? This morning, this evening, this midnight. Welcome to Midnight Operator. It's midnight at the Easter Islands today. So we have to be flexible with the times because it's holiday, coming up on a holiday. So we have half a day of work here at Teenage Engineering. Morning, Scott. Morning, Naper. Midnight at Guatemala. Nice to have you. Awesome. So who do we have here? Digital Dice. You're the first one. Yeah, right back. Blue Sky Republic, Synth Dog. Looking forward to this. Hello, Pooh. Hello, Alexander. Hello, Andrew. Naper, Vincent. Hey, Miranda. Small Operations. Vincent is on the support, Teenage Engineering support today. So you're covered with all the links and all the helps and all the tips and tricks. Excuse me. Handy Scratch, how you doing? Davnak, evening and morning. Matthew, good evening. Guerrero Urbano 100, hello. Scott China. Naper, how you doing? Lars, 12 a.m. That's a good time. EXCT. Hello, 2 a.m. Oh, wow. Wilmer, why the time change? Well, it's a half day here at work, and I can almost say usually we've been doing 3 Midnight Operator streams so far, and we've had them at 4 a.m. in CET, like Stockholm time where we are, and today we end at 1. So, and I want to get back home to my kids and celebrate Easter holiday. They're home, so we figured let's do another time. Australia might be up for this time rather than some of you guys 2 a.m. So let's see, there's still a few more people here. Jean-Marc, Expo Tokyo, hello. Jean-Marc, Vancouver, Canada. Vincent Garcia, Bogota. Taku, 3 a.m. 3 in Japan. Alexander, 8 a.m. in Germany. Yeah, bright and early. Guten Morgen, Alexander. Wie geht's heute? Yeah, you too, Lars. Stay safe. Did I say 4 a.m., Vincent? 4 p.m. I meant. 2 in Florida. Wow, you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Okay, so let's do this. This is Midnight Operator, episode 4. Like I said, it's a time change because of holidays, but this stream will be live, or sorry, this stream will be published later, so you can catch it if you didn't make it to the live show. Exactly, perfect time for Australia. There we go. So this episode 4, I was thinking we could talk some about how to record your gear. Let's see if we have the angles going. I forgot last time I could be big like this. I'm still learning the controls here, but look at this. So I can go, oops, run to, there we go. And hopefully you can see me still. The background music today is from my OPZ. I got a pattern here. And just let me know if the levels is okay and mic is okay and music is okay. We'll figure this out together. This can be in the background, I think. Midnight operator. I just woke up before work. That's the spirit, right? Get in the mood with some midnight operation. I'm Tobias. I've been with Teenage Engineering 8.5 years. I've been doing these live streams for about half a year. I've been doing a lot of videos before, but yeah, you might have seen me and you might have met me, but otherwise, good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the stream. So I wanted to talk about how to record all the gear and how to go live now. It's a lot of people are still at home in quarantine. I think I say that right. And so how can we make the most of that time and be creative? So if you have any questions regarding like recording your gear, getting good audio, getting good video, and then also going live or just publishing on any platform, we can talk about that. I'm thinking. So if you have any questions, just send them in the chat or post them wherever, and we'll pick them up and we'll go through them. To get started, however, I want to call an old friend of mine over Skype. Last episode we had 3 guests over Skype. Tonight, I was gonna say today, I have 1. So let's see if we can get this guy up here. I just lost myself in the Skype here. There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can get this guy up. DMX JSON details. That's something that's coming up. I won't cover this in this stream, but for sure soon. So while we're listening to, there we go. Hello, good sir. I'm gonna see that you can get in the shot here. So, good sir, I'm gonna see that you can get in the shot here. And also, Neil, if you can mute your microphone for the computer, so we don't get feedback like last time. For the computer, so we don't get. I love hearing my own voice, but not that much. Can I? Are you on? Can I hear your voice?
Is it mine? I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but when I talk, then I hear myself as well. No? Yeah, there's some feedback.
Hang on.
So if I continue speaking, and I don't hear you right now, but you're not saying anything.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think that's good, and I can gain you a bit. So okay, chat. We have a special guest here on stream. Let me see if I can get the computer screen up. And there we go. And I'll get myself down to proper size for. There we go. And then adjust this so you see this handsome gentleman. Hello, Neil. How are you?
Hey, Tobias, how you doing?
I'm gonna try to gain you a bit. I have this program here called Audio Hijack. So I made a thing here because I want this is sort for chat here. So I have Skype going into my computer over here, and then I have maybe Google Chrome if I want to play some video or whatever. But and then I have a separate volume control. So if you say something, Neil,
Okay, hello world.
it's
1, 2, 3.
there we go. A little bit better, definitely. And then since I don't have anything going on the Chrome, I can gain you up a bit. There we go. So great. How are you, Neil?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Per-
good.
Perfect.
Early morning here.
Yes,
But some
same.
people got an earlier morning than me looking at the chat feed, so that's fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah, we have some enthusiastic operators joining the stream.
Yeah.
So, would you mind introducing yourself to the people who haven't met you before?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Neil Richie. I think most people know me on Instagram and Twitter as Synth Dog. So I have been writing the producer guides for the OP1 and now the OPZ or OPZ, depending on which part of the world you're from.
What do you prefer?
Z.
Yeah, of course, right?
And
I'll go with UPZ because I'm Swedish.
yeah, yeah. So so a number of producer guides, and it all started with the OP1 really. So that's where people perhaps know me from.
And people are already saying, "Oh yeah, I love the OP1 notebook, fantastic books." You got some support from operators here. So and actually, we've been emailing back and forth. We established it yesterday for about 5 years or so.
Yeah.
When you first started writing the OP1 notebook.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's even longer. I was thinking about that after the conversation. I
Right.
think it's even longer. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure, and I had the pleasure of actually talking with you in person like this over Skype yesterday before setting this up. So good to meet you, and good to introduce you to the stream here. Welcome to Midnight Operator.
Thank you.
And you already mentioned briefly what you've been up to. Can you tell us about what you've been cooking up?
Yeah, I have to say the OPZ notebook is out right now. In fact, literally right now. So it's gone live on the Synth Dog site. It's been something that a lot of people have been chasing. It took 5 months to write. Obviously, this is not something that I'm doing as a kind of full-time profession, so it does take some time. And to be honest, I could have carried on writing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's 270 pages, and it could have been 500. It's just one of those pieces of gear that you just keep going and keep going. And I think I heard a story about artists where sometimes they always say, we never finish a painting, we just decide to stop.
Right.
And that's what I had to do with the book. And now it's out. And I think that yeah, writing it was an amazing journey because you just don't realize how powerful this device is.
That's great to hear. Tonight at 11, be nice now. They say nice. Let's go overload and 404 his site. We'll see how much it can handle. Um, so that's great news. I'm at the Synth Dog. Funny name there. Was
Yeah,
that a yeah? You thought about that, I'm sure.
yeah, it's actually quite interesting. I've got a pug
Yes.
dog
Okay.
that's the logo and spends a lot of time in the studio alongside. So he's a bit of a companion. And I was thinking about the old kind of guide dog
Right.
kind of principle, and I thought that's a bit, it doesn't really say what it does. So I use the word synth, which is what the passion is more than anything, and that's what I was writing about. And the dog bit, just for a bit of fun, really.
Yes.
Nothing.
And you got the DAW in there as well.
The dog.
Yeah.
The dog. Yeah.
That I had to learn. I think I learned the DAW. Is it acronym or no? The whatever the word is for a short word.
Yeah.
The DAW when I was at the NAM show. People, oh, so what DAW is the OP1 compatible with? I hadn't heard that word, but of course it's digital audio workstation.
Yeah.
So that was funny to me.
Yeah.
So I'm at the Synth Dog website, and I click e-notebooks, right?
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. And here we go, new OPZ notebook. That's nice for you. And you got the Zoya, you got the, let me get you out the way. Analog 4, Digitact, and OP1. And also some Deluge stuff. And you've been busy.
I've been busy. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It takes a lot of time. I think the thing about it is it's rewarding.
Yeah.
I think because I feel part of the community. I don't see this as kind of a company supplying into customers. I see this purely as being me part of the community and providing something to that community. So everything that I write about is equipment that I use. It's not something that just becomes a production line.
Right.
So I've got to feel it, I've got to use it, I've got to know it, and then I'll write. It's not something that I would just do normally.
Is it your full-time occupation, or what do you do else?
No, I actually I work for a global engineering company.
Oh, you do? Okay.
And get to travel a lot. So essentially, and this is one of the things I like about the OP Z is that I can carry it around, which is fantastic. And that's what I liked about the OP1 originally. It's a lot more difficult trying to fit a Nord 37 key synth in your bag when you're getting on an aeroplane. But this thing's fantastic, and especially having the iPhone or the tablet app, because it makes it even better. It keeps it smaller, and you can just use your phone on the plane. So the job allows me to get still into some of the gear while I'm traveling. So that's fantastic. And then it's kind of evening, late nights, early mornings for some of the writing. And I have to say, this last week, I have to thank a couple of people. So Stephen Alder and Luke Lendrum, I think they gave a fantastic input in terms of proofreading this thing. It would never have been ready for today. It would have taken another couple of weeks, because you get snowblind when you're reading your own work.
Is that the word you use? Snowblind?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can totally relate. I mean, I haven't written any manual, or actually I have. Sorry, but whatever one gets deep down into and commit fully to, snowblind is that happens a lot, and then it's good to have a partner or have a colleague or a friend or somebody to bounce it off with, to get a fresh pair of eyes or a fresh pair of ears if it's music. So yeah, I can totally relate. Great to have somebody help you.
Yeah. And it's a kind of device when you're writing and you're trying to follow a workflow, you go down rabbit holes. You find something that's exciting and interesting, you go away and play with it, and then you've wrote one page 3 hours later. So it's the experience of using the equipment that kind of takes a lot of the time as well. because it is about learning. The way I approach this is that, I want to learn and I want to get to know this thing. And I think a lot of people have kind of two ways of working. They either just dive in, ignore all the manuals, and learn along the way. But there's points in time that people come to where they think, well, I'm stuck. I'm just wondering how I get past this bit.
Yeah.
And then there's another workflow where somebody really wants to kind of have some documentation or something alongside and follow a kind of process. And this works in both ways. And that it was designed that way because that's the kind of experience that I've had personally. We designed so people could do that. And that's why I put the note sections in, so people could make their own notes. And then it becomes personal, and then it becomes their book, and then it genuinely becomes a notebook. And that's why that's the kind of the headline.
I wonder how many people use the notes, your personal note. I'm like that. I want to have it.
Question.
I mean, it's good, but I feel like, no, I don't want to ruin this thing with my own notes. If it's a printed thing, at least, I sometimes be careful. But then sometimes I'm just, oh, this is something I'm going to use. So make it into a tool for myself. So it's a great opportunity. And also, everybody learns in different ways. I mean, we do have an official manual. I try to post links to that as much as I can, but it's not very searchable. And it's one way of learning. And then you have this guide. There's the YouTube content as well, but I think every angle is valid. So and what can people find in these books of yours?
Yeah, I mean, so firstly, I think that it helps people go through a kind of startup process. So there's a walkthrough, very much step by step, but then it jumps quite quickly to also giving a reference, so people can use it and just pick it up and just look at one element. But I try to cover everything, and I try to follow the process that people would go through in learning this thing. So somebody asked a question on the feed about DMX and the JSON files. So that's covered in the book. So I try to actually make sure that I'm not trying to replicate a manual. That will be pointless. This is about going that extra mile and trying to add more user experience. And what does it really feel like if you want to get into the DMX files and use lights, for example? So you can find things like that inside it. Connectivity, how it connects to other gear, and what's the experiences of that, what's the quirks. So it's things like that that add to the book and make it more than just a manual. But it does cover the basics as well, how to get started, etc. And the interface with other gear and the accessories, etc.
I'm scrolling through the PDF right now and showing some of the contents here. Looks very clear. Looks very well laid out. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. And I see it's $2.90 on your site.
Price of a cup of coffee.
Yeah. A cup of tea in my case.
Yeah, tea. Fika.
Oh yeah. We have this thing in Sweden called fika. I'm not a big fika guy, but it's very pleasant, and of course it's something we enjoy a lot. So basically we eat pastries and drink coffee, and because we have to socialize sometimes, even us Swedes. So that's how we do it.
Yeah.
But Neil, so how's the rest of your day gonna look like?
So I'm in the studio right now. I don't know whether people can I just try and see whether people can see this. Just kind of in the studio.
There we go. Nice and tidy.
Video station, nice and tidy. Few pictures. And the sun's just shining, so my intention is to get some work done today.
And you do video work as well, right? Sorry, you do video work as well? You have a...
I wouldn't pretend that I do a lot. When the OP1 were first released, I did a lot of videos, and there's probably about 20 videos on the Blue Sky Republic page for OP1. In fact, I still get questions about this on that site. but to be honest, it's a time-consuming effort, and I'm certainly when Cuckoo started releasing videos and Red Means recording, I realised that presenting on videos weren't my forte. These guys do it much better. So I do occasionally some video stuff, but I don't pretend for it to be a kind of serial activity. So
Sure, but again, all angles are valid, I think, and
yeah,
we're gonna try to make even more operators be able to share their work over video and over platform of choice. So
yeah,
and this manual might come in handy though then. So
mm,
thank you
mm.
very much, Neil. Great to have you on the stream. Um, let's see if there were any questions for you. I saw somebody assured me that yeah, Marlene Morris acronym is correct. Thank you so much. I'm learning as I'm going. Um, you got some recommendations? Maybe an Octatrack notebook.
Oh, oh dear. Yeah,
that'll take a few.
probably be probably be released in 2025 or something.
Yep. See you then. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's a nice machine.
Yeah,
It's very deep.
yeah, it is. I think that I think there's a few kind of updates to do. I want to, if you look at the difference between the OP1 notebook and the OPZ notebook, I see that I think that things have come a long way since then. So I want to refresh the OP1 notebook and enhance that a little bit. That's probably one of the next things.
Okay.
And I think all the diagrams were written bottom up and designed just for the book. So I might look at some of the diagrams in the OP1 and just kind of improve on that as well. So that's the kind of next thing to look at. A few other projects as well, but I think I need just the Easter break now and some time off.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think many of us are looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for giving me the opportunity to talk with you a bit and to show off this great work. Really awesome, Neil. Wish you all the best.
Yeah, thanks, Tobias. Thanks for the show as well. It's a fantastic show, and thanks for having me on the show. Thank you.
Awesome. Take care and see you. What was it? 2025.
2025 Octatrack.
Thanks a lot, man.
Have a great weekend. Bye bye.
Have a good one. There we go, guys. OPZ notebook. That's cool. So go check it out. Vincent has the link for you. We'll post it in the comments as well. I haven't read through it yet, but I got it yesterday, and it looks really thorough. So it's a nice compliment to whatever else is out there. Okay, so maybe we could focus a bit on the theme for today, on the topic for today. So recording and streaming. Let's see, we go to this angle. Hands, empty hands. Like I said, we have this. Let me know, guys, what kind of gear you use from ours. Is it mostly pocket operators, or is it OPZ operators in the stream? Is it OP1 users, or what are you guys using? OPZ, we got some OPZ. Miguel, very cool. Nucleum with key step. There we go. That's a good one. Right now I have my Nucleum connected to the computer for the HDMI, so I can share my screen with you. Okay, PO33, OPZ gang, the Z. Got a lot of Z's. POs. So with the OPZ, to get good audio, because I mean, of course you can make some great music, but if you can't get the audio recorded, then it's tough. So let's see. Stupid Robot Fighting League. I have an arcade too, but I haven't worked out how to change the order of patterns yet. You can hold pattern and press any number of patterns. So 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, whatever, and then that will be the order. That will be the pattern chain. So usually, what I do when I want to record, let's say this, I have my music going, and then I use the line out, and I record into some kind of interface. So here are some the Go mixer, any kind of portable recorder. This has external in, or something like this with RCA ports or connectors. You have to find the right cable for whatever you want to connect, and then you connect it to your computer or your phone or whatever you want to store on. With this, it's a self-contained SD card reader. Yeah, H2. This is really old, but hey, I used to be a guy that told everybody else it's not about what kind of gear you have, it's how you use it. But I rarely listen to my own advice, and I just wanted to get the newest stuff, the hottest stuff, and the best things. But then, do you really need to spend so much money on something that you may already have? So for instance, if you have an old microphone, use that. If you have an H2, get the job done and record it. So the best thing is always to use what you have, and always to just connect it. So make sure you have some way to always record if you want that. If you want to film, then of course you can use your phone these days. It's super good quality, so you don't really need to buy a lot of fancy gear. Maybe it helps me that I'm working at Teenage Engineering. I don't have to buy all this stuff that I otherwise would have. But for me, I use when I film for my personal use. I usually use a mobile phone, and then with an iOS phone, you need something like the camera connection kit or USB 3 connection kit or something. It's called these days. So if you connect the OPC straight to here to your phone, then you have audio. You have line level audio for your video. That's a super tip, because your phone camera is already super good, so you can use that. And if you have an Android device, you need maybe an on-the-go adapter, OTG adapter. So just go OPC USB to the phone itself, and then I guess your usual camera app will work. And then you can film, or you can go live from the phone. And when recording over or line out, then of course you need to make sure that you have the right cables and you have the right devices. But it should be pretty simple. This is recommended. The Go Mixer. There's a Pro one, Go Mixer Pro or something, where you can connect the big XLR jacks as well for microphones. Exactly. Tonight at 11, go straight into the phone, and it's a whole dang interface. Exactly. I mean, it doesn't have to be very fancy, and you will get really good results using that. It will be great for going live over Instagram or live over Facebook or wherever you want to go, YouTube. The thing is, if you want to have a microphone in the mix, you could use with the OPC. You could have the headset with the the headset mic, and that would work. That way you could speak over your beats, or you could sing, of course. And if not, if you have a pocket operator or something, you can use a small mixer. This is a passive one. I usually also have the Dude mixer. Just small, cheap line mixer. So it doesn't have to be very fancy for you to get really good results. And then for lights, maybe something like this. These are Amaran. Any kind of light bulb that you can adjust the color temperature is good. But again, man tar vad man har. Exactly. So you take what you got. Samplic Prost can vouch for using that approach on Instagram, and the sound is great. The Dude rules. I think the Dude is really cool. It's mono, so if you have an OPZ, you lose the stereo information, or an OP1, which is a pity, because I think you can really get that extra crisp, extra sprinkles with the stereo feel. But for what it does, 5 input, I have it here actually. Let's see if we can get it in frame. No, my cable is too short. This setup is something else. I have a video capture thing for multiple angles. So we got the top camera, we have the computer screen, we have the face camera, and then the iPad background. But you don't need all that. Walter, I would love to help your company. Any way I could. I'm going to be a qualified graphic designer soon. I'll do some personal projects for you and send it your way one day. That's great. What you could do is, if you want to do graphic work that would benefit the community, you could try to get into doing video packs for the OPZ. A lot of people would love that, I think, me included. We're gonna do a video pack tutorial soon. We're working on that. Protocol Jimmy, Maker Heart Loop. Yeah, I know that one is really good as well. I haven't tried it. But anything that you can find that is, share your tips, guys. It's we all have so much knowledge, and if we don't have the experience or the skill, it will cost us maybe time or money. But if we can share the info, this is what this stream is about. We can save some of that and just get to creating. Walter, yeah, that's great. I mean, do that. That's for me. I need to learn myself, so that's what we're working on. The best way for me to learn is to teach. So try to get into Unity maybe, and try to figure out how to make a video pack. I don't know if you have the OPC, but if you do, then a lot of people would be interested in that, I think. with the pocket operators, the line out. Um, Sometimes I get the question, or we get the question, um, if you connect, or rather, if with the OPC with something with stereo, if you connect a stereo signal into like a mono input of your sound card, it will phase out and will you will get a funny signal. So you'll have to have a stereo to dual mono splitter, or it depends on what kind of sound card you have, but a stereo signal into a mono input is not really gonna work, and that can be a easy mistake to do. Afternoon, Richie. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, tonight at 11, you can pan your if you use the stereo setup, you can pan your audio to both left and right signals, and then you get the hat will act as a sync. Oh, that's a good tip. For what product? For the OPC. Interesting. Yeah, you be creative with what you got. That's my main message to you here. And please send us specific questions in the comments afterwards. We'll answer if you have something related to this, and whatever else you want to know, then we'll hear for you. But yeah, and if you want to go, if you don't want to use your phone, sorry for making a mess here. If you don't want to use a phone for filming, you can of course use a webcam. This is the C920, I believe, something like that, which just connects to USB to your computer. Or you could use there's newer ones, Zoom recorders with video. And if you have a camera with HDMI out, you can use something like this, a SDI or HDMI capture card or capture device that will get your HDMI to your computer as well. But see how far you can get with the tools you already have, and then do some research. Don't overspend, and ask around, ask your fellow operators what they use. There's a lot. I've been learning so much by watching YouTube on how to stream, how to best set up for recording and streaming. For me, audio I'm very familiar with it, but video and photo is I'm not a very visual person. I listen to everything. That's my first sense. But I'm learning, and I know when I see something that I like, I like it. But sometimes it can be hard to get there. But it's all trial and error, and it's you just continue to improve. C920 works. Needs some proper lighting. Boom Bap Art. What do you use for lighting? Like I said, I showed some of these small ones. We have some bigger ones in the studio here, but that's possibly the next thing that I will be upgrading. Some lights. And actually, I will be sealing off the windows here in this studio because we have the little sun we have in Sweden. We want to get rid of that for this studio, so we can be in full control with the lights. And that's there So I'm gonna set up like screens to cover the windows here once we are back in business again, full time in the office. A cheap Koenig softbox. That's cool. I don't know. Yeah, I've seen the brand, of course. I haven't tried them, but very good. Um, your local electronics store might have something, and that could be a good price to start. Or if you order something online, usually you can find good deals. If it's too cheap to be, if it's I don't know how to express that, but don't fall for the too cheap options. Let's see. I got a message here from DJ Bogged on it. No, okay. I maybe Vincent approved it. You're trusted, David. Welcome to the stream. I was waiting on my op lab to arrive and was getting impatient and gave it a try. Worked great. Oh, that's cool. Sweet. Also, that's funny. So you can be creative. Once limitation strikes you, that's really when you find your ways to express yourself. Anyway, any thoughts on syncing OPC and Zoya? Just up lamp 3.5 cable straight into Zoya. I have tried the Zoya personally. I think I only. How did I do it? I think I only ran audio through it. Nothing too complex. By the way, hey Mur, you're the guy from Malmö, right? Malmö Påg, I believe. I think so. Just go straight into it. Hello, David. Läget, Parrot. Walter, I just want to say how awesome y'all are as a company and as individuals. I'm not gushing. I don't know that we're gushing. I'm wanting to say this out. Okay, respect and aware. Oh, I just read all your praise, but thank you so much. Yeah, I mean we try to be, we try to do the best we can. We try to be personal. We try to give you what you want, and sometimes what you don't know what you what you want. But we try to do stuff a little bit different, and just have fun while doing it. I think, yeah, respect, Walter. Thank you. Will the uplab work fine if my OPC has a little bend to it? Hopefully, yes. It shouldn't be a problem. If there is a problem, then Vincent. Oh yeah, he's already on it. Thanks, Vincent. Just contact support if you have any trouble with that. Shashank, you were in the stream before as well. Thank you for joining again. We recently, last year at least, went to India. And for me, that was my first time. It was a really cool experience. I'm so happy and so blessed to be able to travel. And but with this situation, I really I've been trying to see how we can communicate globally without flying, and this is a great option. So I'm thinking that over Easter holiday, if you have some time, you should really, if you have the ambition at all, try to make some music and try to share with the world. Maybe over your favorite social media platform. Everybody else is doing it, but your voice is needed, because I'm not very political, but in these times, my mission is clearer than ever. I need to make music, and I think many of us share that mission. Let's see. I get some hidden messages. I'll show that. I don't know what that is, but that's cool. Hey, Malin, love you. Sup, Salvador, Mur, Okej, du bor i Vinslöv. Alltså, keep it real then. Tack så mycket, det är kul att snacka. Do need to be in warranty to return a bent OPC? I'm not sure. I think so. I believe so. Kello Cup, but contact support. Will the PO3 be coming back in stock on the T online store soon? I mean, I don't know any dates, but that's a big seller for us. So it will be coming back, definitely. I don't know any dates. But there's a notify me button that you can click, and then you can sign up with your email, and we'll send you a one-time email for when it's back. I missed out on the Ghostly PO3. Yeah, I mean that was a cool thing. I think we only did very few, a very limited run. I think maybe two very limited runs, but it was not many units. It is the PO33 in slightly updated, or not updated, but changed. Well, the content is different, and the graphics is a bit different, but it's the same unit. Okay, so recording Shekels, can you give me advice on how to record my acoustic guitar playing with the OPC? I can't arm the sampling mode, and I don't have 3 hands yet. Yeah, I've been working on that 3 hands thing as well. We have a new... No, we don't have a product. How would you do that? You want to record it into OPZ? Playing with the OPZ. I think or playing along with it, I think you just need a mixer or something. Depends on what you want to do with it. If you want to sample it, then you could use the built-in mic. But yeah, holding it, that's tricky. I have to figure out something. Not sure yet. What's the proper disinfectant procedure for PO12? That's a good one. We have workshops, and then we use the products. So afterwards, we wipe them off with a dry cloth, but we also disinfect them with this, like hand sanitizer. A proper way, maybe. I'm not sure if support has any answer for how they do it. There are different cleaning methods. I don't really know exactly, but just I use a cloth to wipe it off. Are there ever going to be OP1 firmware updates again? I can say yes. I don't have any info, but yeah, we're not done. We've been talking about this. We can't say much about what's coming up, but stuff is coming up. So small operations gave some info here. Try recording your guitar into your phone, then sample it on your OPC. That's a great way to get it in there, if that's what you want to do. Perfect. ARM recording on OPC would be amazing. Okay, cool. So that's a request maybe you have. Yeah, of course. And maybe a threshold for when it would start, right? Like the OP1. That's a good one. So isopropanyl alcohol is recommended here in the stream. Okay, guys. I think so. I've shown you some. I've shared some of my experiences when recording stuff. So make sure you have a way to record. If it's your phone, if it's your computer, if it's your portable recorder. But it doesn't have to be very fancy. I mean, you get CD quality with anything these days, and that's good enough for any streaming service. And you can use a mixer, you can use a capture card. You can use external cameras if you want to, but like I said, use what you have. Man tager vad man har. And get creative. Just go through your old stuff and try to see if there's that old thing that you bought has other uses than you first thought. So maybe you can go through something else to get that signal in, mix that with something, and then be flexible. I think I want to end this stream with some Easter eggs on the PO35 or PO137. Let's see. Oh, also we need to cover the Instagram comments here. I'm gonna take some time to do that. Get the computer, get me down. Goodbye face. There we go. There we go. Oops. Avant-gardism, fire right back at you. Thank you so much. Sounds familiar. Not sure what you're referring to. Lucas Åkerman, hey Tobias, how are you? I'm good. I always get nervous before these streams, but talking to you guys here, it's just a fun time at the office. I'm alone today. Currently, this is usually when we start working. It's almost 9 o'clock in Sweden. I got up early this morning, but to prepare. But we're still working from home, all of us. And sometimes we come in the office to pick something up or whatever. But most of us are working from home, and we use email and Slack and everything and Zoom and Skype and whatever to have meetings. Winter Park Music. This is a gentleman who is based in Australia, so yeah, that's perfect. Hope to have you on the stream sometime. This fellow is a teenage engineering mentor, actually. Matt from, I believe, not Sydney, was it? Yeah, we'll have to talk to you guys, or to you rather. Lowland Beats, hi Tobias, how are you? When will there be a new model for the OPC? A sampler module. I'm fine, thank you. I can't say anything about any new stuff for the OPC, but be on the lookout. Hey operators, I get crackling and distortion when video recording my OPC into my iPhone. Happens more so when using shift punch in effects. Not noticeable when monitoring through headphones or speakers. Only present in the recordings. Anyone else got this? Peace, love, your work. Yeah, I've been having that sometimes. I actually got a message from Jonas. He was in the stream 2 streams ago, and he said it's due to CPU limitations, but it's what did he say? Let's see, I wrote it down. It has to do with CPU performance, and you can try disabling MIDI out from the OPC. It's something we're looking at and hoping to improve upon. Best wishes, Jonas. So there you go. Hopefully that can be fixed soon. Oops. Slow-mo speedboat. Aoki podcast. Yes, you can ask anything. I think I replied there as well. Aldrin Sound. Hey Tobias from Austin. That's me. Hey, how are you? I'm good. Please bring oh, there we go. Bring Jonas back and make him spill all the beans about what's in the pipeline for OPC. Okay, thanks. Bye. I will get him back. if you remember, he had this funny look in his face when he talked about something that is an upcoming feature, and and he was happy to be on here, so he'll be happy to be back, I'm sure, when the time is right. Peter Krell, when is the show on? It's on right now. It's 9 a.m. in Sweden. We started at 8 a.m. This is Midnight Operator. Midnight because it's midnight in, what was it, Easter Islands. Yeah, try to be funny. But we also try to fit a time for not have the same time all the time, because we want to enable more operators globally to join the stream. Regular size Rudy. I remember you. I've had my PO35 for about a week now. What's the best way to record tracks to a Windows 10 computer? Is there a preferred software you recommend? So to record it into your computer, you would need a sound card. Sometimes there's a line in. Excuse me. There's a mic in or line in on your computer, like built in. I haven't really used those. If you don't have anything else, that's perfectly fine. So just connect your unit to the line in if you have it. If not, then use a sound card, any kind of sound card, USB sound card, or whatever protocol you want to connect to your computer. So you go pocket operator, cable, sound card, and remember, if it's a stereo signal to a mono input, you will have to split it, so dual mono, depends on what sound card you have. And then over maybe USB, you go into your computer. And then for software, I don't really know what free software is out on Windows. Do you have any tips, chat? On Mac, I use Ocean Audio or Ocean Audio. There's the Audacity, but it's too ugly for me. I love it, but it's too ugly. So whatever works, but for me, yeah, Audacity is available on PC as well. Thanks, Kettle. And that's free, so you don't need to buy anything. And then you have you get we each have our preferences. And I told you I wasn't a very visual person, but I guess I'm yeah, whatever. Reaper, is that free, Scott? That's cool. So whatever software, basically. I personally use Ableton Live mostly, but that's maybe they have a free version, I'm not sure, but that's high-end stuff, so you don't need that if you're just going to record audio. But it might be good to interesting to check out if you want to get into music production in the computer as well. Okay, I think you get it. Electronicani. How can we get a sustain pedal to work on the OPC via MIDI controller? Interesting. I don't know if the OPC MIDI does incoming MIDI. Okay. Well, yeah, I was thinking about this before. Who put the question out? electronic honey. You could use any kind of MIDI controller and send maybe envelope sustain or release, depending on what you want to do. If that will help you, then perfect. Otherwise, send us an email and we can see if we can figure that out. But I'm not sure about. I haven't used it myself, so please, if you want, explore it and then let us know the best way. Thanks a lot. Okay, so that's the Instagram questions. My latest or my last tab here is from the Sonic Charge forum, the PO35 secret powers, and as you know, these all work on the PO137 as well. So here are some secret combos that you might not have known before. Oops. There we go. So if you hold record and effects, you can see on the PO35 or 137, this the one I have, it says extra. Let's see if we can get that. So record and effects. There you go, extra. So record effects and 1, 2, 3, well, rather 1, 2, 3, 4 is you change the recording quality. So you change the you lower the quality but longer recording time. So if you feel you need more time and the quality is good enough for you, then you can try to change the FPS, the frames per second, with these settings. Record effects +5. You can change the sample root key and change sample BPM. So once after you've recorded, you can adjust the root key, like the default pitch of the sample. 6 is adjust tone and mix. Oh, sorry, adjust noise versus tone. Okay, all right, and then adjust sample volume with B. Effects, record effects +7, toggle between high pitch range and low pitch range recording. So if you find if you want to record kids, or if you want to record somebody with a deep voice, you can try to use different settings to get a better quality. Record effects 8, let's turn off the metronome. And what do we else? Right, record sound +1 to 15, copy current sample to another slot. You can copy samples. Effects sound +1 to 15, replace sampled sequence replace sequence samples in real time without changing anything else. Oh, that's cool. Write pattern plus sound, transmits only patterns in active chain and only samples used by these patterns. Okay, so if you want to dump patterns and sounds but kind of save some space in the transfer, that can be a good thing. Sound plus BPM, press multiple times for various system information. There we go. So this is this page here is interesting. It's on the Sonic Charge forum, and I search for PO35 secret powers. I can post a link. Oh, later in the comments. So with these tips, I think you can find yourself busy over Easter, not miss work too much. Let's see. Let's see if there's any more questions here. Yeah, we were talking about music software, Reaper and Audacity. Whatever is free is usually good. If you like the interface, if you like the operations, then try that. And or if not, just try something else. Yeah, Ableton is 100 US dollars. It's a pretty good deal, and somebody says it's free to evaluate. Nax, hello T, loving the OPZ. Thank you. I love the feedback and love your participation here. Student discount, yeah, that's good. Usually companies offer student discounts. Martin Emrich, or buy a simple USB MIDI keyboard with Ableton included. That's also a great tip. Vanillo, hey guys, what's up? Good morning. We're about to end this stream now. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. This has been Midnight Operator. Hey Matt, no worries, we've been talking about you. Welcome to the stream. This is Matt of Winter Park Music, and I mentioned you're a TE mentor, so we've been talking about, excuse me, we've been talking about how to record stuff and how to go live and so forth. If you guys have any questions, Matt is a great guy to contact. Check out his site as well. He's a TE mentor, so he can be found on the mentor page. Let me see. Can load that up. I'll get out the way soon. We wanted to do another time slot here that would fit some of you other guys who's not in Sweden or US or Japan or wherever you are. So Matt is in Melbourne, right? Couldn't remember, but this guy can help you out with all your OP needs, operator needs. There we go. Matt from Winter Park Music. I'll have you on sometime soon, Matt. Shekels, I love the background track. Yeah, I can. Let me share that. What it's. Let me go through that with you. Vanillo, thank you so much. Samplic Prost, I find your sample pack for the. Oh yeah. Okay. Samplic Prost says, Tobias, I find your sample pack for PO33 on the site. Tell me please, how did you transfer sounds from OPC to Pocket? So what I did was, let me go to that. Where's my tea? So we have some downloads for you guys. Here, sound packs. So you go to Teenage Engineering, downloads, and then choose your fellow a choice here. So PO33, here's some sounds. This is how you transfer them. And you know the IKEA Frekvens campaign? I did the music for that on one OPZ. Let's see if we can have the demo. Remember this maybe? So this is one OPC. I think I have it in this unit actually. So what we did is I recorded onto Ableton Live using USB, and I soloed the tracks, or I muted. So I recorded track per track. Can cut that out. And then I had I made some stems from the song. And then to make this sample pack, I think I just recorded like a bar or something. I forgot. And then just cut it up, and we exported it into a sound pack. So remember last time we did a transfer. For the PO33, you have to have a line in. So you have to have a cable connected to the line in, and then you play this data file. It's that modems type sound. And you got yourself a new sound pack. And there's only one author here so far. How about you guys send us some sample packs so we can fill this up? So if you create original content and do a great little song here on the PO33, you could send us some stuff and then we can feature it. This is really baby steps, as you can see, with us trying to share community work, but gotta start somewhere. So if you're interested, please send us stuff. Okay, so that's a long answer for that question, but let's see. Somebody liked this ending track. I think I'm gonna cover that a bit. Yeah, I got Vincent on my back here, or Vincent's got my back with the Frekvens song. Thank you. Cool. Awesome, Matt. Okay, so I'll show you this song that's playing. Top angle. There we go. It's a bit dark, but hopefully you can see it. So right now we're here. I think this is where I'm starting with this. It's just I usually just make one pattern. So one pattern, and then I fill up all the music tracks, and then when I perform live, I just jam over that, or like mute and unmute and do tweaks. And as you can see, when I'm holding project here, my track button is red, and this is because it's in write protect mode, or like autosave is disabled. That's good if you have made some stuff that you really like and then want to perform with it without losing your settings or losing your patterns. Excuse me. Then you can disable auto protect, and you can do it two ways. You can either start turn it off and start it with project held in, or you can hold project and hold track, and you can see the white indicator here going. There we go. And now when I hold project, it's regular color or no color. So again, to disable, I could make this into a clip. To disable, I forgot it, because some of the stream can be reused for the support channel. So to disable autosave on OPC, hold project and hold the track button until the indicator has gone through the end here. Now you can see the track is red once you hold project, and that means your unit is protected. How's that for a tutorial? Okay. So I got some tracks going. Let's see. I have muted the kick and the snare on that pattern, and then on the next one I think I have everything up. Yeah, there we go. So this is just a kick track with I have a step component here. Let's see what that is. I think it's a trigger spark. So I hold shift. Can you see it's green? There we go. Yeah. It's trigger spark with a value of 4. So every 4th cycle, that step is gonna trigger. There we go. And then on the snare track, ooh, that's a lot of action here. So I got usually just the backbeat, but also a lot of step components. Just quite simple fill-ins, but makes some nice variation. And then hi-hat. Ah, nice. I think some vinyl hiss for that grittiness. And all these sounds are stock sounds. You already have them. If you don't know where to find the vinyl stuff, so go to the percussion track percussion, and if you hold track, you can see I'm on the right, at least for my synth, it's the 5th bank here, or the 5th plug. So this is where you select the different sound banks or sound plugs. Okay, next track. Some sample, quite low. That's nice. Turn that up a bit. Some bass. Again, just a simple synth with some high cut. The lead. Nothing there. Let's see. Yep, nothing on the lead. Arpeggio. There we go. One note extended across the keyboard. Yeah, it sounds like rain. Instant lo-fi, exactly. And what about chords? Do I have any chords on this beat? No, nothing. So super simple. Just I thought I'd use that for background music for this episode. Actually, I've been thinking maybe I could showcase. I would love to showcase your beats on this stream. So if you send us your beats, I will use them as music in the stream, and we can also go through them and see how did you do that, and you know, we could all learn from our work. If you're up for that, then that would be an honor for me. With that, I think it's time to end this. My working day is about half done. As I said in the beginning, this is a half day of work for us because holiday is coming up. So I wish you all a very happy Easter. Take care of yourselves, and take care of your family and friends, and reach out the best way you can. Maybe physical if you're lucky, or over digital medium if you can't travel, if you're stuck inside. But try to enjoy and try to make some music and try to share with the world. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Small Operations. Thanks tonight at 11. Shekels, Pogo Fun, Dave Cooper, Stockholm 17, AC adapter for OP1. You can just use the provided USB cable, and then any USB charger. Awesome. I think that's it, guys. This is Midnight Operator, live from Teenage Engineering Stockholm headquarters. Episode 4 has been a fun one. Thanks for joining, and hopefully see you next week again. Take care and have a good one.